Snowball Mountain Challenge VBS invites kids on an ice-cold summer adventure at Snowball Mountain to participate in the Snowball Mountain Challenge. They can meet new friends and discover that with the strength God provides, they can
A couple of people couldn't join us, and so we've got it recording, and that way they can watch it later. First, thanks for signing up for Vacation Bible School. I'm really grateful. My name's Brian. I'm the pastor, and we're going to have a good week next week. We'll have a ton of fun. It's going to be a blast. So why don't we start with a word of prayer, and then we'll go through our training as quick as possible. All right, let's pray. Most wonderful and gracious God, we are so grateful for your grace and your peace and your mercy. We're grateful for the gift to be able to serve your church and your world and your people and children in our community. We're also grateful for the opportunity to be reminded of your goodness and your love for each of us this evening and also over this next week. I pray that you would bless us, bless each family and child that will be represented and that will come and hear about the goodness of your love, and bless us and every volunteer that's here this evening. We pray this in your wonderful name. Amen. All right, so this year's Vacation Bible School is Snowball Mountain Challenge, which is going to be fun, middle of summer, snow-themed, right? Makes a lot of sense. Cokesbury is the publishing house connected with the United Methodist Church. They put this program together, and it should be a lot of fun. They're the company that does it every year for us. Thank you for volunteering. You make this possible. Without you, we wouldn't do Vacation Bible School. Like, it literally would not be possible. So tonight we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to do three primary things. Number one, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Vacation Bible School and about like details of our Vacation Bible School. Number two, I'm going to do a quick what's called Safe Sanctuaries training. You've probably done this before. Maybe you never have. We've got quite a few first-time folks volunteering, but that's the training that helps protect children and vulnerable individuals. So if you volunteer at the church, it is required that you participate in safe sanctuaries if you participate with children. And then the third thing is, if you need to, your group or whoever you're working with can put your heads together at the end of the evening tonight to talk about anything that you need to talk about. Sound good? So for the folks who are shepherds, you can meet maybe the people that you're a shepherd with, but really y'all don't have a whole lot that you have to do tonight. So, all right, sounds good. Let's just jump on in. And our theme verse, the class is using the other TV, so I jury-rigged this thing. But our theme verse for Vacation Bible School is, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. And that is Philippians 4:13. 4:13. And a little bit about our Vacation Bible School this year, just so you know who we're going to be working with, the children that are going to be called Challengers, because it's a challenge-themed snow Vacation Bible School. There's 66 kids who are registered. There's 19 who are pre-K. There's 20 who are kindergarten. There's 16 middle elementary, and middle's kind of like first through third. And then we've got 11 upper elementary, so that's fourth and fifth graders. So this is the biggest Vacation Bible School we have done, and we need to pray for those who are in the pre-K, the 19 4-year-olds. Can you imagine? Right? So I did put Margaret, our director of preschool, with that group, so she will do that. Okay, here's a quick little video. It's going to give you some of the music and some of the language about what we're doing, or to tell you about Vacation Bible School, and then we'll jump into some of the details that you need to know as a volunteer.
Snowball Mountain Challenge VBS invites kids on an ice-cold summer adventure at Snowball Mountain to participate in the Snowball Mountain Challenge. They can meet new friends and discover that with the strength God provides, they can face any challenge. High atop our favorite snowy mountain, VBS attendees, called challengers, will join us with the activities director and Ollie each day at the Celebration Village. Ollie brings the fun as he streams the Snowball Mountain Challenge to his online SEAL squad. Together, they'll learn that Snowball Mountain is a place where everyone can face fear and learn how strong they can be. Each day, Ollie and the activities director lead challengers through twists, turns, excitement, and anticipation as they make the most of Snowball Mountain. With the help of stories from the challenge companion, that is the Bible, challengers will explore timeless Bible truths that show how people from the Old and New Testament found strength to do hard things. And this all comes together through engaging storytelling, innovative crafts, captivating science experiments, super snacks, great games, and the chance for winter glory as they hope to earn the challenge medal for the day at Snowball Mountain.
It was awesome getting to see the kids learn throughout the week the stories. They told the story of John and Peter through Jump Up and Walk a Little, and afterwards the kids were humming and singing and talking about it the whole day.
I love this program, how they put the Bible stories with the songs. There was one with the widow's offering, and the song was called Supersize, and the kids loved it.
Music is always a big part of our VBS, and we love the music that Andy Wilson does for us. This year's music was no exception. It had great text and catchy rhythmic tunes that the children are still singing. I still have 4-year-olds coming up to me and saying, C-O-U-R-A-G-E, C-O-U-R-A-G-E.
This year's music reminds students that they can face any challenge with God's help with an amazing playlist of Snowball Mountain Challenge tunes.
The moment's here, I know that you're near. So I gotta get, 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 and I'll share it with the world.
In session 1, challengers learn, I can share my gifts from the story of Joseph, interpreting dreams. In session 2, challengers see the courage of Queen Esther, standing up for her people, and learn, I can be brave. In session 3, challengers learn, I can give my all, from the example of the widow giving her last bit of change at the temple. In session 4, challengers find Jesus praying in one of his most challenging moments and discover that like Jesus, I can pray. And finally, in session 5, challengers experience the hope of a man healed in Jesus' name by Peter and John and are sent knowing, I can hope. Our Bible adventure videos share stories of bravery, from exciting stories from the Bible.
On this day, Jesus and the disciples sat down at the temple treasury and watched as people brought their money to the temple. In the face of the most enormous challenge any human had ever experienced, Jesus took time to pray.
We love Snowball Mountain Challenge. We especially love how all of the lift lessons start with I can, which is an action that the kids know. They know they can. Just like Philippians 4:13 starts with I can.
Snowball Mountain Challenge has been so great because our kids have loved learning the lift lessons all week. We've learned that we can be brave, we can give our all, we can pray, we can share our gifts, and we can hope. And those things they have really loved holding to their heart so that way they can go out in the world and use all the things they've learned this week.
This year's puppet, Ollie the Seal, joins activities director and our team of challengers at the colorful and exciting Snowball Mountain Challenge Celebration Village. The Celebration Village helps challengers find the inspiration they need to do hard things, warm their spirit, and stay cool under pressure.
It's cold outside, but it's warm in our hearts. And all our friends are here. Jesus, you're the reason for a Snowball Mountain Day.
Snowball Mountain Challenge, BBS, is based on Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. We call this our mountain motto. The mountain motto verse reminds us that Jesus gives us strength to face any challenge we might face. With all the fun Snowball Mountain Challenge BBS has to offer, challengers will learn that they can find strength, share their gifts, be brave, give their all, pray, and hope.
Jesus, you're the reason for a Snowball Mountain Day. It's gonna be a Snowball Mountain Day. Everybody dance and celebrate. It's gonna be a Snowball Mountain Day. Come on.
All right. Sonny. Yes. Show us Ollie. This is Ollie. All right. Very good. There he is. There he is. So, our mountain motto this year that you'll say over and over is, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. We'll remind the children of that every single day and throughout the day. Let me hand these out. This has got some important information. Kendall, can you help me on this side of the room? Pass these down. So the first thing you see on the first page is, do we need some more? Can we share? Can we share? I'll print off a couple more. There you go. I think we're good. We're good then. We're good. So the first thing you can see, especially if this is your first time with Vacation Bible School, we do 4 different classes, and the classes rotate from station to station. We will start in the sanctuary for opening assembly, and after opening assembly with myself and Ollie, we will then rotate between the 5 different stations. If you're a leader at a station, I really hope that you already know that. I hope that you know what stations you are at. But you'll see we'll spend 25 minutes at each station. Included in that time is your walking time. It's not going to take a whole lot of time to walk throughout the facility, but you need to include that if you are one of our shepherds, okay? So if you are a shepherd, you are going to be the person who guides your class. You welcome them in the sanctuary as their parents check them in. You keep them all together as a group. You go from room to room with the children. You help as needed, or you can sit down if you need to as you're a shepherd, but you help as needed also if you need to help with, if they need to go to the bathroom. One of the shepherds or volunteers in the room will need to walk the child to the restroom and back. You'll then bring the kids back into here at the end of the day after you've rotated throughout the whole Vacation Bible School, and you will check out the children. You'll wait till their parents come into the room and get their children from you. We don't let the kids run out. They've got to be checked out by their parents. Okay? So our different locations, first is going to be, of course, opening assembly, which is in here. Second is our recreation, which hopefully, if it's like this week, it's going to be a mess next week. But I haven't looked. Has anybody looked at the weather for next week? Is it better? Okay, good. Recreation will be outside on the field right here, just to the outside of the church. Mountain stories and science, that's going to be in this inside classroom right here that the choir uses. We'll take out the choir robes and things like that, so it's going to be in that room. Music with Miss Elizabeth, she couldn't be here tonight, is going to be in this room. So music is in here. Snack is in the fellowship hall. And then finally, of course, assembly is in here. A couple of other important things: first aid and emergency parent contacts. Those are going to be located in the church office. Whether or not one of our volunteers is in there, you'll find the first aid kit if you need that. You'll also find the master sheet that has parent contact info listed on there. So if you need to, that's how you've got your contact for the parents. If there is any kind of thing that you need to contact the parent, I would encourage you to find me first. And of course, unless it's an emergency, go ahead and call them. I put some important numbers on this page. You'll also get a copy of this on your first day. Everybody will have a copy of this, but if there's an emergency, please call 911. Second, if it's less of an emergency, campus police is still on campus all throughout summer, so there's at least one officer on campus. There's their phone number, which calls directly to them, not 911. Okay, I doubt that you'll need that, but I'm just giving it to you. And then finally, my cell phone is on there, just if you need to call me. Okay? Comments or questions about that, the schedule or locations? If we do have rain, we're going to be really flexible. We'll put music in the little children's, the Sunday morning children's church room, which is tight, especially with some of our class sizes. And we'll put rec in here. I mean, the other option is to go to the preschool, but to get there, you got to go outside down wet steps. So that's just not good either. So we'll just make do. We'll just make it work. So. All right, if you turn the page, you'll see some of the assignments I've already done. There's a couple of people in the room that I don't have on this list, and I'm really glad you're here because we've got a couple of openings still. So I'm super glad that you're here. If you don't see your name on there, I'm going to come talk to me afterwards, and I need to assign you a couple of places. Please look for your name, and you'll see your assignment according with the days that I think you've told me and the church office that you're available. If any of this is wrong, please come up and find me afterwards. I've tried along with the other folks that have been helping me to have, especially for our younger classes, to have at least 3 volunteers. Because of the size of Vacation Bible School, like 19 4-year-olds is a lot to manage. And so I've got 3 volunteers there for most of the time. Same with the green class. The Green Challengers, Group 2, I mean, that's just kindergartners. So I'm trying to have at least 3 volunteers each day. You'll see that there's a couple of openings that I've got to fill, so I'm really glad I see a couple of other people I don't have. Leading in our craft room, we have Tracy and Sandra. They're going to be doing that, so thank y'all for leading that. And then we also have Sadie and Palmer are going to help too. Oh, yeah. Thanks for being here. Then doing music, we have Miss Elizabeth, again, in this room. Sonny has volunteered as well for rec. He's pulling double duty. I'm super grateful. Tracy, I don't know if your granddaughter will be here, but if she wants to do rec, I know Sonny would gladly welcome, or if she wants to do craft. If she wants to do craft, that's great. Okay, that'd be super. I know Sonny will welcome her help. Snack is Mary Helen's leading that up with a group of folks there. And I was going to tell y'all I might need to steal 1 or 2 of your people, but I do have 2 other folks here tonight, so I think I can plug them in. And then Jane and Jane's just learning this. She's going to help me in the Bible story, the Mountain Stories room, and also with science. So Jane's going to help me in there, and that we'll have a good time with the kids. Sandy Filkowski is going to help with check-in. If 1 or 2 of your snack people could do check-in, that especially that first day, we need a whole host of folks out there. And then I'll just be the greeter that morning, so I'll just be out there and cheer folks on. Then on the third page, you can see the list of kids. The primary reason I gave this to you, especially if you're a shepherd, you can see the names and kind of like learn the names. But also, like, if you get a chance over the next week, I'd invite you to like just take 10 minutes and like pray for the names on this list. I think that'd be a lovely thing as we pray for the kids that are coming to be a part of Vacation Bible School. There's the four groups. They are the pink, the green, the yellow, and the orange challengers. And we came up with this idea last year. Their lanyards will match the color of the group that they're in. So if you see a wandering kid wearing a yellow lanyard, help them go find their yellow class. Make sense? Super self-explanatory. It really helps. And it helps us in this room when it's kind of chaotic. Each class will have its own section of pews with a gap in between them. So they'll each have their own area in this room for assembly time. After the first day, their parents and the kids are going to know exactly where to go. And so they'll come right in. They'll sit down with their class. We'll have some music playing, and we'll get started. I'm trying to think anything else. Oh, at the end of the day for the shepherds, grab the lanyards from the kids, try to get them from the kids, and don't let them leave, so that you'll send them with their craft if it's ready, and you'll take their lanyard. So does that sound good? Cool. What else we got?
That is our first day of summer lunch giveaway too.
Great. That's good. That's good. Well, yes. So it'll be a busy dismissal is what'll really be busy. So we'll be super careful about that. So again, check out, just make sure the parent comes up to you. Don't let a kid run away. With our volunteer shepherds, it's probably best if you're standing right here to kind of block the aisle, and maybe one more at the other side, just to kind of be wrangling, especially the younger kids. Any questions about check-in, check-out, shepherds? You will, yes. You'll have lanyards too. Okay. Any other questions about all of that? It's going to be super fun, and it's going to be crazy. Yeah, that'll be crazy. Okay. If there's no other questions, I want to remind you of a couple of things. You can't see this, but the first night we're going to be talking about Joseph and how he interprets his dreams, and we're going to talk about how we can share the gifts that we have. The second day, we're going to talk about Esther and the courage that she has. I love that they've included her, and how we can be brave. I can be brave. Then we're going to talk about the widow's mite, the widow's offering, and it's that I can give my all. I can give my all. Jesus praying, and the theme that day is that I can pray. And then finally, Peter and John in the temple is that I can hope. So those are our themes. You're going to hear those at the beginning during our assembly session. Like the theme during the assembly is going to be like I can share my gifts. And we're going to say that all day long. And I encourage you to say it with the kids, whether you're like a leader in your room or you're walking the kids. Like you can, especially you got the younger ones. The older ones are going to think you're stupid. But like, I don't want to say that. But the younger ones will be totally all about it. Then I share this every year, and I share it all the time. I love this quote. Blessed are the flexible, for they will not be bent out of shape. Okay? There's going to be days you're going to say, but Brian, that's not what I was assigned. You're asking me 2 minutes beforehand to change and to be the puppet. No, to do something I don't want to do. And you're going to say, I don't like him at all. I don't like him at all. Yeah, I know you did. Last year, was it last year? 2 years ago. She filled in for Sonny, who is an excellent preacher, much better than I am, because he had to go preach at his church on Sunday, and every kid knew right away that it wasn't the real focus. Sonny is about to retire. Yes. Reverend Sonny Sellers is about to retire. Yes. He's only going to be at his church through July, end of June, and he still gave up this coming Sunday to be with us to do the puppet. So I'm super grateful, Sonny. That's great. I'm super thankful. Any other questions about like the basics of our Vacation Bible School? Okay, cool. We're doing great. We're ahead of schedule. This next piece is creating safe sanctuaries. That is a program within the United Methodist Church about how we protect children within our church. If you've seen the news in our county and in Canton, over the past couple of weeks, then you know how important it is that within our churches we're doing things like this. I suspect, I don't know anything about the situation, about where there was some real abuse in a local church in Canton with the youth pastor. I suspect that they either didn't have policies like this or they weren't being followed. And what we have noticed within our denomination is that when we implement and when we follow these things, we almost eliminate this kind of stuff from the church. I love that, you'll hear about the United Methodist Church in the news for a whole host of reasons, like a pastor takes money or something like that. But you very rarely hear us in the news for anything like regarding abuse, because we're so intentional about our safe sanctuary policies. Every church in our denomination follows these. Why are we doing this? This is the standard that we hold our congregations to, and we pledge to care for those with whom we are in ministry with. So that means that we pledge to care for our children, our youth, and our vulnerable adults really, really well. There's a couple of pieces of scripture that reinforce this. In Mark, we hear Jesus say, "Whoever welcomes one of these children in my name welcomes me. And whoever welcomes me isn't actually welcoming me, but the one who sent me." Welcoming the Father, right? And then in Matthew 18, it says, "As for whoever causes a little one who believes in me to trip and fall into sin, it is better for them to have a huge stone hung around their necks and to be drowned in the bottom of a lake," right? Jesus is very serious about the way we care for those who are young and vulnerable and children. So our United Methodist Church has this tradition in it. I don't need to read that. Who is this sanctuary, safe sanctuary policy designated for? There's three primary groups that it's designated for. It's children, vulnerable adults, and also you. Like as a volunteer, it also protects you as someone who's involved with the church. Just a couple of definitions. Children are birth through 12 years old. Youth are ages 13 to 18, and vulnerable adults are those who are over 18 and could be elderly, could be mentally challenged, physically or psychologically challenged. And so, yeah. What I'm going to show you now is a brief video that the North Georgia Conference made. Some of you have seen this before. It was made a little bit after COVID, so you'll see a mask or two and maybe one or two things about that. They haven't updated it, but it's really well done, and it just tells you about what you need to do in this regard.
Safe Sanctuary for Vacation Bible School. Vacation Bible School is a unique opportunity to teach the love of God, where we open our campus to hundreds of children from our community that may have never been in our facility before. We want the experience to be fun and full of energy, but we also want it to be a safe experience for everyone involved. Therefore, we cannot forget about our Safe Sanctuary guidelines. Safe Sanctuaries is the standard to which we pledge to care for those with whom we are in ministry. In this video, we are going to review a few basic safety rules and procedures to follow during this important week. First aid. Know where first aid or campus nurse is located. Your facility should have a first aid station or nurse available. In the event of an accident, we must fill out an accident report form. An accident would be anything that involves first aid, or if a parent has to be notified. Forms should be submitted to the Vacation Bible School director. Know where each activity room is located. It is important to know where you are going and how to get there. Phone policy. Be aware of what is going on around you. Volunteers can have their phones during VBS. However, you should not be texting, calling, or surfing. This may be hard for some of you, but it's best for everyone to keep their focus on the children you are serving at all times. You never know what they can get into. Photo policy. Do not take photos of the children. We require written permission from parents to take and post photos. There should be a designated photographer for that purpose. Arrive on time. Make sure you arrive on time each day. It is extremely important for you to be in place before any children arrive. Radical hospitality. It is important to show radical hospitality. Make sure everyone feels welcome. Smile, high five, or bump elbows. Call each other by name. Introduce them to others. Ask questions. Let them know you are glad they are here. Check in and check out. Every child must be checked in and checked out each day. It is important to know who is there each day and how many children are in your group. Count them every time you move and make sure everyone is present. Organize your group. To help the children feel welcome and part of a group, assign a daily job. Pick a different child for each job each day. Some examples are line leader, prayer person, and door holder. Never be alone with a child. Vacation Bible School is designed so that there are multiple workers wherever children are present. You should always travel in a group of 3 or more. Restroom procedure. When taking a child to the restroom, make sure it is empty and the lights are on. Leave the main restroom door open unless it is for single use. Do not go into the restroom with a child. Wait for them by the door, and should they need assistance, have another adult there with you. No carrying, piggybacking, or lifting children. No sitting in laps. Open door policy. When you enter a classroom or other space with a door, we ask that you keep those doors propped open at all times. If noise is an issue, please make sure the door has an unobstructed window before allowing it to be closed. 2 leaders rule. Best practices are to always have 2 unrelated adults present with every group of children. If that is not possible, it is acceptable to have 1 adult over the age of 18 with a youth worker who is at least 5 years older than the oldest child in the group. As a last resort, it is also acceptable to have 2 or more youth workers who are at least 5 years older than the oldest child in the group. Fully participate. As a leader, your primary job is to build relationships with your group to help them have fun and learn. Groups with participating leaders have much more fun. Play the games, but let the children win. Get involved in the stories, but let them answer the questions. And get to know your kids. Keep the children in your group together. Do not take on extras, children or volunteers, without approval from the registration staff. We need to be able to know where our children are at all times. If you find you need help, ask. Other than to go to the restroom, children need to stay with you until dismissed to their parents. They do not need to be wandering around or going to the restrooms unaccompanied. Make sure they understand they must stay with the group at all times. Cleanliness. Please make sure hands are washed throughout the day, especially before and after snack, when messy from crafts or recreation, and after using the restroom. There are probably various food allergies amongst our VBS kids, so this is for everyone's safety. Visual contact. Do not release any children until you make eye contact with the person picking them up. Worker checkout. Once all children are picked up from your area and you have checked for belongings and trash, you are dismissed. If you have further questions, please address them with your Vacation Bible School leader. If you see something, say something. Report concerns or problems to the adult leaders and VBS staff as soon as possible.
Okay, a couple of reminders from what you just saw, and also specifically for our church. Number one, 2 adults all the time. You should never be alone with a child. Sound good? I mean, it's as simple as that. And the beauty of our facility too, some churches are kind of like their education wing's one place, and it's easy to be separated from adults. We don't really have that problem here, so it shouldn't be too bad. The 5-year older rule, that's for like youth or children who are volunteering. That's if you're going to be one of the 2 adults with a child, you need to be 5 years older. But if you're serving in a classroom, that's not going to be a problem. So you're going to be good in the classroom. We will try to, so the next 2 are like windows and open door policy. As long as we've got 2 adults or 2 volunteers in the room, we can close the door, and in all likelihood, most of those rooms are going to have more than 2, because you're going to have the shepherds and the room volunteers. And in that case, if the noise is real bad, especially in the hallway over here, you can close the door. Ideally, we want the door open, but it just might be a challenge with noise. Last year it was. A reminder about the bathroom policies. Don't go into the bathroom with the children. If they ask to go, sure, of course, let them go. Stand outside the door with the door propped open. Listen to see if they need anything. And if they do need help, or if they've had a real accident, get an additional volunteer. Try to have that person be of the same sex. I know that's going to be a challenge with the boys. So, I mean, I'm around, but what we'll do, like if there is an accident, like a potty accident, since I've been here, I think we've only had one, so knock on wood, we won't have that. But the one person will stand outside the stall, and the other will help the child, if that makes sense. Volunteers, we try to reserve these bathrooms for the kids, the education wing just for the kids. So if y'all will, all the volunteers try to use the bathroom up here. That's the adult one. Don't let the kids go in there unless like they're about to pee their pants. Like I know these things now that I've got a little one. Like sometimes it's just going like he's about to pee his pants. Also, like, let's try to keep it as clean as possible. We'll have snacks for volunteers in this back room. You get thirsty. Mary Helen does a great job if you want some candy. There's always candy back there. So that's just for us. But I think if you want to eat snack with them too, right? I think you can do that too. So eat snacks, stay hydrated. We also put water outside, let them get a water break, and those kind of, so for rec, there's usually y'all kind of take a break or end early so you can get some water, the kids can relax for a second. And we might, especially for that real young class, 1 or 2 of the days, we might just give them some playground time too, because we learned last year that actually helped a lot. So we might do some of that. Last things, and then I promise we're done. Again, first aid and emergency contacts is in the church office. That's also where the incident report is. If you have a Band-Aid for a tiny scratch, you don't need a incident report, but if there is like blood or a good scrape or something, please fill one out. That way we can just tell the parents. They get a copy of it. We keep one. Or if there's anything that happens on the face, let's fill out an incident report. There's a AED. You can see the sign under the exit sign right here. It's just in this hallway, the AED. It's mounted on the wall. Who's trained on how to use those? Who knows how to do them? I am. Great. So we've got a lot of CPR folks. So if worst case scenario, we have an AED. The adult pads are in there. The children pad is on, like, it's in the sleeve. I can't imagine. I really pray that we won't need that scenario, and hopefully we're really close to the fire department, but we do have that available. There's a life vac in the church kitchen. It's mounted on the wall. I don't know if you have one of those. It looks like a jet pilot mask that goes like this. It's got a pump, and you just yank it, and it will pull choked food right out of a child's throat. We have one in our kitchen. And so the kitchen staff know that. Y'all know that. So it's there if we need it. And those will save lives too. That's more likely to happen, is like choking on, eating too fast, grape, something like that. Behavior issues. Someone was asking me, what do we do about like behavior issues? In my 5 years or 6 years of doing this, I've only had like to pull aside a child once. And like most of you, if not all of you, have been parents before, and like you kind of know how to manage those behaviors. We try to keep it with like a lot of positivity. We try not to like punish the children at Vacation Bible School, but please, like, don't hesitate. Like if you're having an issue, just come grab me. When I kind of do it, it also helps, is what I've learned. If I pull the child aside, I get down on a knee and I tell them, like, they realize it's kind of like going to the principal too. So I'm happy to do that. We also contact the parents. We let them know. We say this, we need this, and depending on what's going on, we'll say either, we need this to stop, or if it can't stop, then they just can't participate in Vacation Bible School. I've never had to do that, but so. Preferably not. Preferably not. Peyton, you're in charge of the whacking, okay? No whacking. My dad went to Catholic school, and he always said he used to get the knuckles, but there's 3 kinds of accidents you need to report. The first one is just a regular accident. An example of this is the kid falls on the playground, one of our volunteers slips on the floor, or if a tooth is knocked out playing a game. We'll report those, fill them out. I think I've told y'all this before. When I was in Sunday school, I had just gotten my permanent teeth. Did I tell y'all this? Have I told you? And I was leaning back in a chair, and I slipped forward, and in Sunday school, I knocked my 2 permanent teeth on the edge of the table, and they both came right out. And we had an orthodontist up in the sanctuary. They ran and grabbed Dr. Lee. He jammed them back into my head. And then he took me to his office, gave me braces, and the teeth are still in my head. Isn't that cool? They're still in my head. I love Dr. Lee for that, I can put ice cream on my teeth all day because the nerves are dead. I can just stick it on there. So if an accident happens, let's fill it out. An incident. An incident is something that we observe that does not require reporting to DFACS, but it does require attention by me. So an example of that is and this won't happen, but a Sunday school teacher or a volunteer loses it on a kid, right? Like maybe screams at them or something. Again, this isn't going to happen, but that would be an incident. Or an adult in charge walks out of the room and leaves a group of 15 kids unattended to. Like that would be an incident that I need to be aware of that I'll address, okay? Just something that we know is not what we do. So you just come and tell me. The final thing is, and we pray that this won't happen. I've never had to deal with this here at our church, but I have done it at one of my previous churches, is if there is any kind of suspected abuse. This is if you see something or a child tells you something and confides in you about something regarding any kind of abuse. All you have to do if you see something or hear something is come tell me. I receive, and some of our other teachers here receive mandated reporter training, and that's part of my job here is that I'm trained to do that, and I do that as the mandated reporter at our church. And so just come tell me if you see anything like that. Again, we don't anticipate that, but we want to care for folks well. On Monday, please try to be here around like 8:30, 8:35. We'll gather in here briefly. I'll tell you about any other changes. We'll do a prayer. And then the rest of the week, if you are a shepherd, try to be in here around by like 8:45, 8:50. That way you can welcome the kids as they're coming in. If you're like a camp, like if you're a leader, just be at your place when you know you need to be at your place. We'd love to have you for assembly, but you know the time. And for shepherds, it's a little more specific. Thursday, we are going to have a VBS work day. If you want to be here and you like doing crafts and cutting out things and helping to build things and just put things around the church and make name tags, I'd love you to be here 10 o'clock Thursday if you're available. I'll also buy you pizza. We'll eat pizza. Make sure you get your t-shirt. There's I know not everybody's got one. Grab a shirt. If you need a smaller one, I've got another box of the smaller ones. We'll wear them Thursday, but please wear them any day you want. Vacation Bible School celebration is on Sunday, the Sunday after VBS. Wear your shirt. It's a fun, casual morning. Lots of fun. And then, super important, right? Like have fun, smile, like know the kids' names, laugh with them, have a great time. Like you do set the tone for Vacation Bible School. I'll try to do that the whole time and be like super energetic and laughing a ton, but you'll be part of that as well. Okay? We're going to have fun. Thank you so much. The seal says thank you. It is a seal, right? It's not an otter. Okay. Okay. Ollie. But Ollie the otter, that's, seal. I know it's not an otter. I Googled if you could rent seals, like if you could have seals brought, but nobody rents seals. Yeah, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Who wants to go on business with me and rent seals out? You're giving, yes. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Any other last questions before we break up into groups if we need to? No questions? Okay, again, if you don't have an assignment, come see me. Craft folks, where are y'all going to meet? Where do you want to meet? In the craft room? The craft room is in this hallway, the second classroom on the right. Snack folks, y'all want to meet in the fellowship hall. Snack, meet in the fellowship hall. Linda. Oh, Bible study? Bible study is in the craft room. Okay, yeah. So the choir room for craft folks. Anybody else? Any other groups that need to meet, or do you need to be introduced to one of your partners? Shepherds. Shepherds, we can just meet here just for a second. Okay? All right, y'all are awesome. Have a great night. Come see me if you have questions.